How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another Pick 2 draft here on the Zake MTG channel. I'm Zake. We're going to be doing a little bit of Pick 2 draft in the Strixhaven set that released today, the Secrets of Strixhaven set. Everybody's waiting on us, so let's dive in and see what our first pick is. We got Suspend Aggression as our first pick here. Exile target non-land permanent and the top card of your library. For each of those cards, its owner may play it until the end of their next turn. Interesting. So it's almost a way to blink your own permanent, because you don't really want to do this to an enemy's permanent and have them be able to get it back basically for free and get more enters triggers. What else do we have here? Topiary Lecturer gives us some green mana equal to its power, and it has increment so it can grow. So a lot of good green-blue cards here. Fractal Anomalies, kind of okay. Textbook Tabulator is another increment creature. The Terra Fractal is actually surprisingly good in late game if you're able to ramp pretty high. I think we might actually just go with one of those. Just a big flying creature. If you play it in the later game, you can end up having it with just like 7 mana. You can end up having it be a 6/5 with flying. So I think we'll take that for now. Another green card that's pretty decent here. Another big one with increment so it can get even bigger. We'll take the Terra Fractal for now. Oh, and it's pick 2, so I got Suspend Aggression as well. Already making mistakes in the start of our draft. Love to see it. We'll take the rare, or the mythic rare though, because why not? Doesn't hurt to have it, right? So we got Deduce, which lets us draw a card and investigate. Would work well in our blue-green color pair that we're looking at maybe playing here. We got Infusion, an instant for Lumeret's Favor. Infusion, when you cast this spell, copy it if you gained life this turn. You may choose new targets for the copy, and target creature gets +2/+4 until end of turn. For only 2, that's actually pretty good. We'll take that. We can get a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token. I'll hover that for now. Run Behind isn't too bad, but it's a little expensive for just letting somebody put something back on the top of their library. I think we'll stick with these two for now and see what happens. Totally forgot that we were in pick 2 draft. That's funny. Ended up grabbing one extra card that we don't really need, but it's a mythic rare or a rare, so can't be too upset about it. Spell Pierce lets the counter target non-creature spell unless its controller plays 2. Could be strong in our deck. We've also got the Shopkeeper's Bane Trampler that lets us gain 2 life when it attacks. Or also the Landscape Painter that is a decent 2-drop that lets us draw 2 cards later on with its prepared spell, and it enters prepared. It's a 2/1 2-drop. I mean, it's not super big or tanky or anything, but you're really playing it so that later on you can get the draw 2 if you're lucky. Oh man, black green is looking like it's really open too though. This isn't too bad, but for 5 it's a little expensive compared to other versions we've gotten of it that were only 4. We have a couple decent green cards. We could do green black and splash of blue if we really wanted to. And we've got ways to get pest tokens here too, plus gain life. We just barely snagged that at the last second, so that was good. We'll take the royal treatment and the pest mascot here. I saw this in the first one and it did wheel, so we might be leaning more towards black green here, just based on some of the picks that we're seeing. And I think that being willing to pivot when you see something decent is not a bad thing. So a red white that we probably won't use, the Pox Plague that's extremely hard to play, but we'll take it. We'll take this land too, just in case for some reason we want to splash a white. We probably won't, but there's a few things that care about differently named lands too, so that could help us cast those. Another pest mascot. Kind of feeling good about our pivot to black green now. Ooh, the blue green land that enters tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands, so it's a little slower, but that could be strong to have. Converge, target player discards the X cards, where X is the number of colors of mana spent to cast a spell. Arcane Omens. I don't know if I'm going to be making any opponents discard too much. This one's decent, gives us gain life, and it can be pumped later on for 3. The Mindful Biomancer, the 2/2 that can become a 4/4 with just an extra 3 mana. There's also this decent removal spell, though. We might actually take the removal for now, and if this wheels back to us, we'll get the Biomancer. More removals usually better than less in these drafts, especially in the pick 2 when people are really building pretty strong synergies. The Paradox Surveyor is not bad. I know that this thing's actually a pretty decent like stat line for 3. When it enters, we look at the top 5 cards of our library. We can reveal a land card or a card with X in its mana cost from among them and put it into our hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library. We have 2 cards that have X in their mana cost already. Efflorescence is just okay. Oh, the Bogwater. We take the Bogwater Luminette for our black-green color pair right now for sure. It's basically just the cleric, the little rabbit cleric, but in a black-green body that's a 2/2 instead of a 1/2. Whenever this creature or another creature you control enters, you gain 1 life. Do love to see that in the black-green color pair. I think I'm going to be pretty happy with this black-green with a splash of blue that we're kind of building here. Knockout Maneuver is a perfect removal spell, and we also have another Wander Op here, which I might take. We could use our Forum of Amity to sneak this guy in. Makes it so he can't be blocked whenever we target any creature with an instant or sorcery, and then he lets us draw a card and lose 1 life. I think I might actually take that. This one would be pretty good too, but we'll see if the Fractal Tender wheels and we'll grab it on the way back. This gives us a bonus for our creatures, or our bonus. It gives us a bonus if we've gained life this turn. So it'll be a 4/3 with Menace instead of a 2/3 with Menace, which isn't too bad. And I guess we'll take a Shopkeeper's Bane because that fits in our black-green color pair that we're building towards. Zombify is not too bad. We do like returning stuff from the graveyard to the battlefield for basically just 4 mana. And if we were to mill something out and get that, it wouldn't be so bad. We'll take the Reach Increment creature as well. I don't think I want to be doing Converge spells too much here. We'll take our 2 black-greens for our color pair. This one is pretty decent if you've gained life, but at the same time, it's a little hard to proc that when you actually need it sometimes, so. And this one just lets us force our opponent to discard, and we get a pest token as well, so. We get a Leech Collector, which fits in our color pair. Whenever you gain life for the first time each turn, this creature becomes prepared. So over and over again, it'll become prepared from our gaining life, and then we make each opponent lose 2 life by paying 1, which is pretty decent. Got a blue land there that we're not going to need. Oops. Let's sideboard that and sideboard this. I think we're probably going to sideboard the Suspend Aggression because I don't think we're going to be in red at all. Let's see what we have again here. Another Shattered Sanctum. Oh no, this is the other land. Would let us splash even more white if we wanted to. A Pestbrood Sloth is pretty strong. We can give creatures we control +1/+1 and indestructible by sacrificing a creature with that one. With Duty Beyond Death. Cost of Brilliance isn't too bad. It lets us draw 2 cards and lose 2 life, and then also put a counter on up to 1 target creature. Yeah, I think we'll try that card. I have a feeling it's pretty good. There's a Stargaze here. Lets us draw a bunch of cards. Converge. We can exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls with mana value less than or equal to the number of colors of mana spent to cast this creature. I mean, that's not bad. I don't feel like it's that great either, though. I think we'll take a Glorious Decay. Gives us a couple different options of things we can do. We can take out stuff with flying. We can destroy artifacts, or we can exile cards from graveyards. And this will give us a payoff for for our infusion bonus. Creatures you control get +1/+0 and have trample as long as we gained life this turn. That's pretty wild. Getting trample on every creature is pretty gnarly, especially if you got a lot of infusion stuff. A Noxious Newt for Death Touch and a Mana Dork in the early game is not bad. Another Paradox Gardens to let us splash our blue cards. I think that's what we'd take here. We can return creature cards from our graveyard to our hand, but I think the Zombify is going to do that better by just bringing something straight back to the battlefield if we run that card. Ooh, a Witherbloom Charm, which is in our color pair. We can sacrifice a permanent. If we do draw 2 cards, we can gain 5 life, or we can destroy target non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less. That is a removal spell, so we will take it. We could take the Cheerful Osteomancer. I think that might be the move here over this. We've already got one of these, so lets us return a creature to our hand and gives us a 4/2 body on the board. Another Shattered Sanctum, or they just didn't take it. The Duty Beyond Death came back too. I think we're sending it. I think we're doing some crazy stuff with black, white, green, blue here. We're gonna have some serious colors going on, but we'll have to see what we actually keep and what goes to the slaughter, so to speak. This targets a creature, so we'll take it. This makes them discard. Actually, we'll take the Stargaze just because it's a good looking card. I may or may not run it, so then we get 2 more that are black and white. Time to do a little bit of deck building and see what we come out with. I think first of all, I really want to look at doing kind of the infusion stuff that the black-green color pair is supposed to do, and then we'll build everything back up after that. So we'll take these out. We will look at, this is 2 blue-green and 2 black-white. So we have lots of like splash stuff if we really want to splash those colors. So let's go infusion. Let's see what kind of payoffs we have for gaining life. We actually don't have that much. 2 instants and 2 creatures. But let's try it. Let's go with gain life. See all the things we have for getting life. There's a decent amount here. This is a payoff for that too. This creature lets us gain life, and it's got an X in its cost and can be a big flyer, so we'll keep him. This one makes pest tokens. This one gives us gain life. Teacher's Pest also gives us gain life and can return from the graveyard to the battlefield for just 2, so that's decent. Witherbloom Charm lets us gain life if we wanted to. We could do 2 Send in the Pests. I think we'll just do 1 for now. We'll see if we want another one later. And then definitely the Leech Collector that lets us ping our opponent for 2 after we've gained life during a turn. And I think the Badger Pest too, why not? So then we've got 9 more cards we can throw in here. We definitely want our removal cards if we can get them in there. What do our white blacks do? Reparte, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, this creature gains flying until end of turn and you surveil 1. So it just becomes a flyer, basically. It's not too bad. I don't think we're struggling on our 2-drop stuff though. How many creatures do we have in there right now? Decent amount. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. When it dies, if it had counters on it, put those counters on up to 1 target creature. That one sounds pretty nice. And it's got Menace too. I definitely think we want the Snooping Page because he gives us an unblockable creature that can also draw us cards. I definitely think that we want the Paradox Surveyor for some ramp and or for getting our X cost cards. We had another X cost card that was this one. Lets us just create a fractal and put counters on it. And X costs are nice in that late game spot when you've got a lot of mana to spend and nothing to do with it. We definitely want our Wander Off and our Knockout Maneuver. Those are both good removal. We're a little short on 2-drops, so I'm thinking let's get the Noxious Newt for ramp. Let's get Duty Beyond Death. I want to run this. And right now we've only got just one white card and 2 blue cards. I'd almost say that we could skip the blue cards because neither of them are that amazing. The Pterofractal's pretty nice, but nah, let's do it. Let's try doing the 4-color deck. I think we can pull this off. We'll run another black-white creature as a 2-drop to get some more 2-drop creatures going. We don't have anything that big, but we have some X costs. This is going to make us lose a lot of life, but it could be strong if we're needing cards in the end game. Plus, it's another X cost for digging with our Paradox Surveyor. I don't think there's ever a time when I'd take this card over a land, though. I'd just take a land and hope I get one of my other 2 X cost cards that actually give me a big creature. So I think we'll take the Duty Beyond Death because I want to see how that runs in something that allows me to go kind of wide with some pests like this. We actually only need 4 mana to play most of our cards as well. And we don't have anything in here that's really much more. So I almost feel like we could cut a land or 2. These are both green, blue, and these are both black, white. So we've got 2 each of our main colors. Let's cut 1 land of each color. And let's take... We're going a little short on lands, but we'll see how this goes. We might add 1 more back in. Let's take our Hungry Graphalon. Let's take Render Speechless, because it could actually do some interesting stuff in the end game. Let's take the Cheerful Osteomancer, because it's a way to bring back creatures that have died. We're not going to take the Zombify, because I think I'd rather just have a creature that we can do that with instead. We have to bring it to our hand, but nothing that we have is expensive, so like there's no reason to be running Zombify to get stuff back for cheaper than you'd normally pay for it. So I think this is actually good. Let's see what our lands are looking like. 13, 16, 4, 2. So I think instead of running this, we'll run 1 extra forest. We'll hit it at 41. And we'll see how it goes. Let's get into some games. If we even win 2 with this deck, I'll be pretty impressed. But it's got some interesting ways that we can throw our opponent off. Here we are in game number 1. We've got a green source, a blue source, and a black source. And we can do most of what we have in our hand. We're just waiting to get a white source for our Duty Beyond Death. That being said, the things that we do have in our hand are not super special, but let's see how it goes. And we'll keep this hand for now. This enters tap, so we'll play it first. Another white card, and we don't have the white land for it. We'll play our swamp so that we have a black source. I think we'll play the Teacher's Pest because there's no way that they're going to be able to block it on its first turn. It's only a 1/1, but we'll be able to keep bringing it back, so might be worth it. They're thinking about blowing it up, but if they blow it up, I'll just bring it back, so they decided against that. Probably a smart move. Bring out our Death Touch Newt, the Noxious Newt. Attacking and gain 1 life. That life gain is going to become a problem for them real fast if they're not careful. So they've got 2 2/2s. Oh, this is going to be crazy. We're going to swing in with everybody. We're going to see how they decide to block this. Lumerit's Favor just becomes insane here. Because I'm pretty sure we can at least kill one of them. I could have killed both of them, but I'm going to take the extra damage on one. So we get 3 damage on him, and our boy does that. And we're going to make him discard a card. And we're gonna create another 1/1. Pretty wild. We might have gone a little too aggressive there for this early in the match, but let's see how things go. I need my white source, like basically now. If I don't draw a white source here soon, I'm gonna be pretty cooked. What do you got, sir? What are you hiding over there with your white-green deck? I don't think white-green is even a color pair in this set. I wonder if he's missing his red source or something. He destroys our 1/2, okay. Jamming with the tunes they got going for this set too. It's great. Drop our 2/3 in. Bring it back for free with this dude. Gain 1 life. Move on to the next turn. We might have to start doing some surveils here if we get another land that's not white. Gives a counter, and then at the beginning of combat on your turn, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. So he's exiling our cards too. He can do that to his own cards to get bonuses, but oh, dude. Huge. Okay. This is sorcery, so we're gonna cast it now. We're gonna have them reveal their hand, and we're gonna get 2 +1/+1 counters. We'll put them on the... Ooh, that's a tough choice. I guess we'll put him on this guy, because then he's unkillable. No, he wouldn't be, though. Now we'll put him on the Teacher's Pest. Widen out our stuff a little bit. This ends up being really big later. I kind of want to get rid of it. He can put +1/+1 counters on his stuff, but I'm not as worried about that as I am about how big this could get. So we'll make him discard that. If he blocks with both, I'm lagging a little bit. If he blocks with both, we can at least kill one of them on either of these guys. I think that'll be worth it. Let's see how he decides to block. Our double menace battle here seems pretty strong. Cool. We get to kill his token that he just put a bunch of counters on. And next turn, we get to bring the pest back. He's got 2 more 2/2s. Oh, that's right. I forgot that had flashback. Exiles our card from our graveyard. Yeah. I forgot about that. That's okay. We have to wait because this isn't going to be any good with what we have right now. So I think we just hold off. We're kind of a little stuck here. Now he gives everything a +1/+1 counter and hits me for 12. Jeez. Continually exiling stuff from our graveyard. Nice. I'm just gonna surveil real quick. Figure out what we're getting next. Oh, I need a blue-green source, or I need a blue source. I don't have it, so just kidding. I'm not gonna surveil. We're gonna take the 12, although I think I'll be regretting that here in a second. Can I somehow boost this board? I don't think I can. We drew another land. That's gonna be basically the game, I think. We have to burn both of our white sources to do this too. Swing in with our 2/3. Worst case, we can block at least one of the 4/4s. I don't know that it'll matter at this point, though. I think we are cooked. I saw this card earlier on in our draft. I should have grabbed it. It's such a good flying creature. Plus, it has graveyard hate built in, so I have no choice but to block that. We will go ahead and surveil and see what we get. Another land. I'm short one land in this deck too, and we're just only drawing lands. Hey, knockout maneuver. Not really what we were hoping for. Doesn't even do me any good. That's gonna be GG. We are 0-1 going into the second game. We just didn't really draw any of our big threats there, which is basically our 2 X spells. Kind of the biggest things we have. Pick 2 is hard though, man. It's hard to know what to keep and what not to in this early of a format, so. Not even a creature that we can cast except for Terrafractal. And 2, oh, just one white card. We're gonna mulligan this. This is a little better. But we don't have a black source for either of those guys. Let's see how it goes, I guess. I'm gonna put the pest mascot back. Or should I put the... No, I should probably put the bogwater back. Because chances are, if we're gonna get something, get like a black source of mana, we're gonna get it by the time we get to turn 3, so. That's not bad. Having that for turn 3 with the Noxious Newt giving us some mana would be pretty strong. Oh, and there's our black source. Dang, I really wish I'd kept the Noxious, whatever his name is now. Not the Noxious. The Bogwater Lumeret. I mean, might as well show him the color pair that we're in, right? At least we have one of each of our colors. Definitely think we might have taken too many colors for this set, though. Would have been a lot smarter to just run the ones that we actually have in here, so. Should we get our Reach 4/4 out? Yeah, why not? We can't gain life yet, so we'll wait to do the Pest Mascot until we can. We will run... We'll run out our planes, obviously. Let's swing in with both of these just for fun. Actually, let's not with the Newt, because I'd like to have that mana so I can cast 2 spells. I didn't think he would block that, so. Got a way to gain life. We've got the Leech Collector to capitalize on the life gain. I think it'll be worth it to do it this way. Ooh, getting the Snooping Page. We don't have anything to actually capitalize on him yet, so let's do this. Get him out there. We'll gain life no matter what we do here. But I think we swing in with everything and hope that they block some stuff. I think he's gonna block this one with the Pestbrood Sloth. Nope, he drops the Shopkeeper's Bane instead. Okay. Really? I did not expect you to do that. He's got something to give it. Some kind of defense, I think. Because I don't know why he... Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know why he would block it that way. What you gonna do, bud? Oh. Okay. He kills our Pestbrood Sloth. We get 2 more 1/1s that can gain us life. And we can keep stacking our pest mascot if he doesn't get rid of it. Snooping Page could be strong, but we just don't have anything to actually capitalize on our repartee on him, so. They get to draw 2 cards. They're afraid of swinging in with their big boy. Ah, see, so now we do have it, but we don't have the mana to do both in the same turn. Let's see what happens here. Let's swing in with all 3 of these. I think he'll want to block it. He'll want to block the big guy to try and get rid of it, I'm pretty sure. I should have probably used this spell first, but I'm wanting to see if I'm going to end up dropping the Snooping Page with my only black mana that I have, so let's see how this guy blocks this. Flash Flying and Trample with the increment. What are you going to use that to block? What's your goal here? Oh, he thinks he wins this. But in fact, we kill both of his creatures. We get Trample and Indestructible. We hit him for like 7 in the face. And for 2 more life. Now we have a 7/8 with Trample. Man, the big creatures just go crazy in this format for sure. If he has removal, I'm a little bit looking rough here, but there's not a whole lot of direct, just like destroyed creature stuff going on. Those increments are going to get scary real fast though. Makes sense. What's in our graveyard? Oh, we could bring back the Pestbrood slot with this, but we need another black mana real bad. Honestly, I probably should have just gone with getting this guy out before doing that big swing, but does he blow up our Leech Collector? Yeah, he does. That makes sense. I can see why you did that. Well, we have a couple options here, but we only have 1 black mana to play any of our cards with. I think our biggest issue with this deck so far is definitely the fact that we don't have the mana to do anything most of the time because we're running 4 different colors. Let's try something here. Let's swing in with this dude. Gain 1 more life, and when he inevitably blocks it, I'm actually going to sacrifice it and draw 2 cards with our Witherbloom charm, I think. So that gives us another black source and another white source. But I think it's going to be a little bit too little too late for this. He's going to put a +1/+1 counter on his creatures every single turn. And even more so if he has an increment spell for the ones that do have increment on them. I probably should have used that spell that I just used to draw 2 cards in order to get rid of the Cuboid Colony. But I think I would have been too far behind either way. Let's see where this goes. Oh my god. Man's just does it all. That was an instant, wasn't it? No, it was a sorcery. Play another land. We can get this out and we can return a creature to our hand, but it's not going to be enough to save us here. We get our Pestbrood Sloth back for sure. I mean, our Newt's not doing us any good if he just keeps swinging with the Cuboid Colony, so I'm going to swing in with it. See if he blocks it. Yeah, he does. That's fine. What else do you have, my guy? That enchantment's just insane. Additive Evolution is very strong in that it gives you a 3/3 body and then pumps your creatures every single turn. There's not much we can do here. We're gonna block his increment creature with one and the Hungry Graphalon with the other. He's gonna buff it though, and it's gonna kill our Pest Mascot. Yep. Or he's just gonna target the Pest Mascot. Makes sense. That was a smart move on his part. All right, Scolding Administrator for 2. Pestbrood Sloth for 4. And that's gonna be the GG, because he can just trample flying, smack us in the face. So GG's, that's gonna be it. All good. These pick 2 drafts really go fast. So I think the biggest thing that we did there was we're just in both instances of those 2 games, we're dropping too many cards out of our hand way too early. And then our opponents are just reacting to what we're doing. We also ran into mana issues because we're trying to run a 4-color deck, which was a fun experiment, but wasn't the move in this set. The synergies of the 2 color pairs are just too strong, and we didn't really get anything all that strong in black-green. So I was hoping our couple of splashes there might do something good for us. They did not. That's gonna be it for this one though, you guys. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more MTG content. Throw a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Comment down below and tell me what you think my biggest problem was here. Like I said, I think it was playing our cards too quickly and also not having the mana that we needed most of the time. But let me know if you feel differently or if you agree, or tell me what your favorite card is in this set. Other than that, you guys, I hope you have an awesome day. We will catch you on the next one. Later.